additions, it seems like to everyone's bag of tricks.
Run number 3.
Orisa is in good shape to make finals. She's definitely like in a position where she can just kind of start sending it. I think she's high enough in the scores already where no one's really gonna knock her out.
Dale grab, kickflip, fakie, making it, and out. No problems, Orisa True. She's a kind of, I'd say once in a generation skateboarder. In her own way, untouchable. Back to the top of the order for fourth runs, Lily Erickson is in.
Oh, uncharacteristic kickflip indie fall. You know, she can do those over the channel. So I'm sure she's
We're back. We're back. I do not know. For some reason, my YouTube chat won't open. It'll catch up in a minute.
Tomorrow's final. Jada Ward back in. Oh, she came up so close to the edge of the channel.
So what I was saying right before it cut out was overall impression is like a decent format, but generally they say things like in the meeting right before the comp, they say things like, "Oh, we reward innovation and doing new stuff and pushing the level of skateboarding. And we'll punish you for doing repeat tricks, or like the same run twice won't be scored as well." But then the contest happens so fast, and I feel like the judges don't actually punish repeat tricks. And I always took that very literally, like, don't repeat tricks. So I end up falling a lot in overall impressions because I don't want to do like 25 40s and like 12 kickflip indies. But I feel like the people who just stay on the board for the longest and do their tricks as many times as possible actually end up scoring the best if they just add like one different trick per run. I always took it like overall impression, like you need to do different runs every single time. And that's just not how it works. I actually think the riders meetings before aren't ever really organized in the right way to like really communicate how it's going to be judged, to be honest. That's my hot take on overall impression. I'm fine with it. Just like, say you can do the same tricks a bunch of times in a row, and if you're really excited about it, then it'll score well, and the judges aren't really going to punish you for doing like the same run over and over with like slight variations. That to me makes more sense, but that's never how it's talked about. So I always feel like it ends up being ends up working against me a little bit.
Ooh, also alley-oop kickflip indie. Inside nose grind with so much style and setting up for this fakie shove stale.
Yeah, the style is unmatched.
Can heel flip grab on vert is actually not too difficult. It's difficult to learn because the way your feet move are a little bit different on vert compared to flat ground. Like you gotta move your front foot in a different direction. Well, sort of. You can do heel flips on flat ground in a way that doesn't work for vert, and you can do heel flips on vert in a way that doesn't work for flat ground, but there is a way to do heel flips in a way that work for both. And if that's how you do heel flips, then you're in good shape. if just stay on. Yeah, player, honestly, like, just stay on an overall impression and you're fine. Like, don't overthink your tricks, actually. That's probably the advice I would give myself if I were to do an overall impression comp again. Just be like, stay on, do all your tricks over and over and over and over, and be really excited when you pop out. And no one will really be able to keep track of like what's easy or hard for you. And as long as you're in the ramp for more time, that's good stuff. See, like Orisa, I noticed this. Orisa's like adding 6 inches of height to her fives. So like that little bit of pump is going to be worth some points. Also, they're in Utah, so the altitude helps a little bit with speed. That's a kickflip Indy instead of a 360. And then rodeo instead of switch backside air. Now we're going to get into the switch stuff. And she's probably going to do a McTwist. No, she's straight into this. Yep, beautiful run. That is her finals run. Probably going to do a switch 540 instead of that switch backside air. That's a wonderful, wonderful run. But the thing that's frustrating, another thing that I don't like overall impression. I'm just gonna like, I'm beating around the bush with it. I just don't like it. Another thing that I don't like about overall impression is like Orisa doesn't have to do that safe run. She could just do the run she just did. But if you do that too early in the comp, then you're kind of screwed because then you just have to do that run like over and over again. So then you're stuck doing your hardest run on your last run no matter what. And it's like, yeah, what if you just drop in and did it and then you got to rest? Like, to me, that's like what a contest run is. Like, why do I have to do like an easier version and then step it up over 4 runs just to spend more time in the ramp instead of like just drop in and do my hardest run and then I can sit and watch the rest of the comp?
Pit stop, sitting in second place.
We lost like 150 viewers from the internet cutting out. That's sad.
She might be a challenge for her in the finals.
Replays coming in.
Sweet, Jack. I love it.
Alley-oop, McTwist. Taking it straight over that 8-foot gap.
Overall, I'm super impressed by the. Jeez. I'm super impressed by the girls semis. I think the graphics, I don't know who's like gonna make it right now because I haven't been like paying super perfect attention to each run and where the scores were right before the last runs, this and that. But I think overall, like, the level of girls vert skating is like insanely high compared to what it was like 2 or 3 years ago. The level of all like men's vert too is just off the walls. What's up, Nikki? How's it going? Yeah, these girls are ripping. I want to see, well, we're not going to see it today because that was it for the women's semifinals, but I want to see Orisa do switch 540. I want to see whatever Mizuho has got under her belt. I think like variation 5s are coming. Helix, let's go, baby. Yeah. Do it. Do it.
Not a wild kick, just total control. Like you said, keeping it close.
Frontside over the channel and you're varialing your board, a lot can go wrong. I love that she did that right out of a body varial 5. Wild combination from Orisa.
You are watching 2000.
Cab frontside stalefish is so hard. It feels like you're upside down when you do it. I don't know how you do that and not feel upside down.
Coming up, men's semifinals. The best vert skaters taken to the ramp, trying to make an 8 cut to prove it. We're live from Utah, the state of sport.
Re-like the stream.
Semifinals coming up.
One of the hardest parts of competing at Vert Alert is actually, whoa, that it's in Utah. Wait. Let's watch this. Let's see if your boy's in this.
Oh, is this for TV?
Let's see.
This is the Big Lebowski.
No, I got. Oh, 900 Mitchy Brusco. What's up? I thought that was 2021, but I was in 2022. Skate IQ himself sends a 900 in a baggy tee. Kickflip alley-oop McTwist was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Tom is on a tear right now. Actually, Vert Alert's done a great job at making like great moments happen. Indoor Vert Alert comp is actually like pretty goated. Wow, Gia's gotten taller fast. So the hardest part about competing at Vert Alert is actually that it's in Utah and the altitude changes things. So usually it's not a problem, but here's my first world problems. Vert Alert edition. All right. It's embarrassing to even say it out loud, but it's funny. Oh, I'll say it really nicely. I am very fortunate. I'm fortunate enough to be able to skate Hawk's ramp consistently. This ramp you see on the screen consistently for the last 15 years. Maybe 16 years. Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. For years and years, I was on this vert ramp for 1.5 hours to 3 hours a day. When we go to Utah and it's indoors and the altitude, you're at a mile high and you go faster than you do at sea level, it actually makes it harder to time your pump with the transitions. So I have like a built-in pump for Hawk's ramp. So coming out of a 5, if I land with my wheels a little close to the coping and I give it a good pump, I kind of know where that's going to max out. But in Utah, that is like another 6 inches or another foot higher. And then you mix that with the adrenaline of the contest, and you're completely out of the zone of where you've ever been before on the ramp. And it's actually like hard to dial in your timing and your speed because, you know, like, if I pump to go 6 feet, like I have to pump to go 5 feet just to go 6. And then the contest start and I have to pump to go 4 feet to go 6. And slower than I'm used to. It's just, it changes the whole timing and the dynamic of how the ramp works. So that's my first world problems Utah experience. Jack, what's up? Thanks for €5. I appreciate it, man. We work hard to do the content creation stuff, actually. So I appreciate the recognition that has come from a lot of the work. We just want to give you guys good content that you guys can use and like and progress. We want to get people that don't skate into skating. We want to get beginner skaters skating better. We want to get advanced skaters being nicer and sharing more. Yeah, you got to recalibrate the pump for sure. No doubt. Do you guys get ants? I swear, summer in SoCal, we got ants everywhere. Like, you even think about food. You even think about leaving food out for 5 seconds. There's an ant in my coffee cup right now. Yes. zeroth world challenge. Zeroth world problem. I have my secondary channel because like I just do whatever I want. So I might just post some stuff there. Kind of when I get bored, I'll just throw a bunch of stuff up and then see what sticks. That content with Andy, I cannot believe that you guys like the content with Andy Anderson so much. Like, I knew you guys would like it, but it's performing 4 to 5 times better than anything we've ever posted ever. I mean, I'm getting comments on Instagram that's like, man, just finished the YouTube video. It was great. Like, people don't talk about YouTube like that on Instagram. They're not commenting on Instagram like, wow, what a great YouTube video this whole thing was. I mean, we got 50,000. It got 50,000 views in the first 24 hours, and it's 2 hours long. Like, that's a massive video by anyone's standards. So I'm just, like, very surprised that everyone is, like, really liking it that much. You saw your crazy wisdom. I was like, yeah, I reposted crazy wisdom reaction on Skate IQ to get ready for the Andy collab. How you two think about skateboarding is different and it helps others. Yeah, Andy and I think about skateboarding like we think about it. To me, that doesn't feel different than how everyone else thinks about it. Like, I don't really look at myself like as someone who thinks about skating differently, partly because of a lot of the things I say people agree with. So I just feel like we think about it the same. Andy thinks about it differently than me in a way where, like, I think Andy intuitively understands skateboarding better than I do. Like, he can just go to an obstacle and skate it without, like, thinking and or like figuring out where his feet are supposed to go. And there's pros and cons to both. So when we get to hang out, I feel like we both end up progressing a lot. The yin and yang, for sure. I think Andy is very, very inspiring as a person, as a skater. No doubt. No doubt about that. I think he deserves everything he's receiving in skateboarding. We were having a lot of fun, Brian. I agree. Yeah, he what I like about Andy is he isn't afraid to just, like, go on tangents and then get lost and, like, try to work it out. He'll just start talking. I'll be like, hey, like, what about this? He's like, and if you do this, this starts happening. And then he'll, like, go on this, like, crazy tangent and not know where it's headed or what it's even about. Like, he'll teach, like, 5 tricks at once. And then I feel like I can slow it down a little bit and get, like, one thing at a time. Yeah, I guess so. Zion, I feel like I understand my body more than the skateboard, and Andy understands the skateboard more than his body. Like, I feel like I feel like I can feel my hips. I feel like that's just the big difference. I can feel my hips and shoulders, and I feel like people can't. Like, literally, I don't think people can feel their hips. Or they don't know how to, and they don't know how to move them. You can pretty much absolutely paralyze someone with analysis paralysis. You know, when you get like too caught up in the analysis and you can't move. You tell someone what to do with their hips and they forget everything. They look like they're trying to throw a baseball left-handed. I'll do it live. I actually have not seen the Andy and Rodney Hawk vs. Wolf episode. I've seen clips on Instagram, but I never saw the actual... clip. Let's see where we're at. We're at 62,000 views. 62,800 views on the Andy Anderson, Mitchie Brusco collab. One of my favorite bits from the whole weekend was just being like, thank you, guy who made fun of me when I was a kid. And now, like, I'll be able to, now I'm just gonna, like, go a different direction. Treating frontside scratchers like throwing a baseball? Are you goofy or regular and right-handed or left-handed? Because if you're... I can see it making sense for a regular skater being right-handed, but not a goofy skater being right-handed.
Check.
Yeah, when you're too caught up into what you should be doing instead of just like feeling it. That's analysis paralysis. Regular right-handed. Yeah, that makes sense for a frontside scratcher. My favorite part about streaming is I can drink coffee at 5 p.m. because it's for you guys. But really, I'm just a fiend, just a caffeine fiend. I love when I drink caffeine and then I can feel it in my fingertips. Same thing with sugar. I'll eat like a pack of gummies and I'll just be like, Taquito. So when you are doing a frontside grind, if you're regular, then your right hand and your right foot are by the tail. And if you throw a baseball or you throw a ball, that helps your upper body rotate and probably get your back foot up into the coping. I'd do great on shift work. Noted. Liam Ford crash. No, I've never taken pre-workout. See, the thing is, I'm so touchy with like the what's it called? I mean, I don't think it counts as like stimulants. Sugar, caffeine, is that what that is? I'm so touchy with it that I don't think if I took pre-workout, I think that would be like overall bad for me. Are you gonna skate his shape more? T-Clips, I've been on Andy's shape for the last week. So we filmed that video I think on Monday or something. And I've learned a ton. And I've been staying on it. So I don't really see a big reason to go back to like my regular shape unless I were to skate like a vert ramp or something. Walder, that's exactly what I think too. The more you focus on the catch or the landing of the trick, the better off. If you focus too early in the trick, like the pop, it can be pretty awkward. Taquito, I'm right on par with you there. I don't think I would need the Andy Anderson board for vert. I think for street and freestyle, flat ground, manual, stuff like that, it's wonderful. And it's changed the way that I view like flip tricks and foot position and stuff like this, because it's just opened up a whole new world with the way that it's shaped, not width, but the way that it goes like up and down. It was really eye-opening. I am keeping the setup for now. I don't really think like I'm educated enough to make any real changes on my own. I would just have to make changes to test things out. And it takes so long to test things out that I probably just won't do that right now unless we're going to make a video.
Welcome everybody to Salt Lake City. It's the
So right now I'm just enjoying Andy's board. Been working on my kick flips. I've completely I actually ended up right now, I currently have changed some of my opinions on like how the flip tricks work on the board, especially with like kick flips and frontside flips. I don't think it's supposed to be used like a regular deck. I think it's a very nice tech flip trick board, a very nice flip trick board, but like it doesn't work like a popsicle. It works like completely differently than a popsicle, in my opinion. I think a popsicle is better for flipping off of the nose, like for kick flips and heel flips off of the nose. But the Andy Anderson board is better like flicking from a different spot. And that's fine if your preferences are to have like certain setups versus another. Like my big issue is like I've always flipped. I've had to learn to flip off of the nose, so I've had to get my setup a bit wider than I'm comfortable with, and all these things. I actually enjoy a tighter setup, but I like a longer board. I don't really mind. Like I don't want a super narrow wheelbase because then I end up falling off the back of it at the bottom of my squat, which is frustrating. So I kind of found Andy's board to be like a really nice happy medium where like I can have a tight foot position and still get flicks off of that second nose without having to reach all the way for the nose. It's good for freestyle, and if I want to widen my feet I can because the space is there and I have ollies off of the nose and that board is long. So I mean straight up just writing a video about all that like right now. This is Igoit Bihuesca. He is one of the greatest park skaters in the world right now, if not. He's one of the best. In the last park contest, Tom wasn't there, Keegan wasn't there, Dagger wasn't there, but Igoit's won, and his run was one of the greatest runs I've ever seen.
Here we go. Bilbao, Spain, the land of concrete vert ramps. This kid has been on an absolute tear, 14 years young. I've seen him at the vert attack competitions out in Sweden, but my goodness, has he developed.
Very nice, standard, clean vert run so far.
Staying on a long run here, doing the body varial 5, right into an Indy 5.
His real strength in park is like connecting trick, and doing hard tricks over like small hips and stuff. Where on vert, actually the pacing is a lot different than park. You have one. He's going to go through the channel. 1 wall, 2 wall, 3 wall, 4. And you actually can't really try to connect tricks faster than they naturally do. So I actually think Egoitz is going to be a stronger park skater than vert skater right now until he learns maybe his pump develops for vert, or learns some those like one-off super duper banging tricks.
Of stylish, here's Luke Kaler from Huntington Beach, California.
He just got 5th place at Jackalope.
Huge. I think that was mute 5. Hey, it could just be early on in the comp. It could just be early on in the comp, not having your legs under you. I just always write off. I just always write off the first rounds of comps because you just never know anything.
14-year-old from Nagano, Japan is in.
Who is this?
This is his first international appearance.
Oh.
His brother Euro has been competing.
Is his Euro is his brother? I thought it was Euro at first, but it's definitely not.
Treat to see. He is absolutely soaring.
Style runs in the family.
Everything done with
They roll in because you just start with more speed, so there's not a huge reason to just drop in unless you want to have more speed control. Yeah, the best place to talk with me is for sure gonna be our school community. I mean, I'm in there every day responding to comments, doing video reviews, whatever it may be that day in the group. If you want to join, got free trial right there. I just dropped it in the chat. Make sure you go check it out. It's like probably the best place to like actually meet our like literal community. It's like there's like 800 people in there and they're like pretty active. Also best place to talk to me, and you get access to all the programs and stuff. What's up? And end the drug war today. Thank you for the $50. You're the man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the Andy video. It'll be a Bible for me above and beyond all your other videos. Maybe kind of, sort of, but in a good way. That over-analysis, ASMR kind of way. Rewind it every 2 seconds. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate the 50. That's just so nice of you.
Jake Hamilton, 14-year-old from Culver City, California.
This new generation is like here.
nice standing
There's
up
a lot of
right over the channel.
there's a lot of the 14-year-olds that like obviously were 12 2 years ago that just weren't quite there yet, and actually it's nice to see them coming into their own a little bit.
You know, he's done a bunch of like Hot Wheels events. He's done the Border series. He's done Grind for Life. This is his first big event, and he's putting together a really solid
A
run.
lot of these guys, oh no, a lot of these guys are actually like really strong park skaters. This is what, for the first time, we're seeing like strong park skaters come into the vert scene. Usually it's gone the other way. Usually the street skaters and the vert skaters meet in the park, but now park skating's gotten so big with the Olympics that actually like strong park skaters are starting to come to dabble in vert just because they can.
He's on the Olympic podium as well in Paris, and we talked about how difficult it is to adapt from park to vert, but he seems to do it so flawlessly. What? Wait a minute. I don't think I've ever seen that done before. So much style.
He almost just did a backside seatbelt. Not quite.
It is weird. I've been watching a lot of park contests, obviously, as the commentator for World Skate, doing color commentary. A different trick bag, maybe. Park skating, you can be good at using the park, and then that is your tricks. That counts as your trick. For vert, you're really stuck with a clean slate, and you better be able to flip your board and spin both directions and keep your pump and have like a really good pacing and rhythm, or else it kind of ends up feeling a bit empty. Where park, you actually don't, if your skill is using the park, then you can like pump around and hit grinds and going over hips and landing and nose grind, and you're all set.
Fleming
Beaver Fleming is such a legend.
Nitro Circus mayhem.
Tomahawk from Beaver Fleming.
Tricks across the ramp around the globe. Set him on fire. Throw him up in the air.
Samba flip invented by Bob Burnquist, originally done to fakie, to back-to-back fives. I'm such a big fan of Beaver. It's hilarious. Corked Indy 5. I like that some flat spin and some cork, actually. Usually you don't see a good mix of that. I think he was trying cab 50. Oh, Kona refurbished the concrete vert ramp, the one in Florida. That's great. All right, my boy, Paul Luke.
From the UK.
I've skated with Paul Luke probably more than anyone else in this contest. Like, I've skated with Paul Luke more than I've skated with anyone else who is also skating in this. I don't know if Paul Luke has skated with other people more than me. He's really strong, got a great pump. Sometimes he just struggles finishing the end of his run. So as long as he pops out on the deck, he's in good shape. Hopefully, tray flip Indy, really nice. And he has really strong varial fives and McTwists and nose grab fives and tail grab fives and stuff. Yeah, just a bit of trouble at the end of the run. That's just, if he can get through that, then he's in good shape. Can you post? I'll post this after. This will just be live on the channel after. And thank you for another 50. Is that another 50? Am I seeing that? Jeez. Egoitz is in first. Connecting. He can connect tricks really quickly. 5-5. Varial flip Indy to kick flip 5. To a 7. Honestly, like, at this point, like, he's gonna make finals. So I really don't know. I really don't know what I would do if I was Egoitz right now. This is, like, my big trouble with overall impression is, like, oh, I guess he's in heat 1. So you can't really sit too tight because the judges are gonna forget what you did and forget the feeling of it and the emotion, and they're just going to look at the notes on their paper and then compare it with whoever skates next in the next heat. And you can actually miss out on finals pretty easily if you're in heat 1. But check this out. Here's some contest meta that you might not know. Augusto Akio is a more established vert skater. And also just a more established skater in general than Egoitz. Egoitz is a little bit newer. Augusto being in second is actually a great buffer for Egoitz to score really well in Heat 2. Because once Heat 2 is going and the judges are like, ooh, this run now has to both be Augusto and Egoitz. And we love Augusto. So if it was switch, they might be more likely to be like, okay, well, that beats Egoitz but not Augusto. But now, if Augusto's in second after this heat, then it's going to be, like, difficult to knock them both out of finals at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Cody, I don't think they're doing, like, an amount of runs. I think they just have, like, 30 minutes to skate. And they're doing, like, overall impression. I never got this kid's name. It's Euro's brother, though. This is this Huddy? Is this Hudson Walker? He's going to do a 900 right now? That's a good one. Yep, he just learned that earlier this year. And he's really been strong. But he's obviously a kid. So he's obviously, like, new in the contest, and doing 900s are really exciting. So it can be difficult to stay on while you're doing, like, big tricks as a new guy. It can be difficult to stay on after a big trick as a veteran, so especially as a new guy. Especially when your, like, trick bag isn't huge. Huddy's got 9s and kickflip 5s and 7s, but not the biggest trick bag. What skater has influenced you the most? Probably on the board is kind of like obscure answers, because it's just like very personal to me, like PLG and Bucky Lassick, Bob Burnquist, and Jimmy Wilkins have all, and like Day One Song has been like skateboard influence. Off the board has actually been a lot more specifically like PLG and Jimmy being like kind of two opposites that have accomplished the same goal, and I respect them both. Where like PLG has been always more like, when I was growing up, I watched him as like the classic athlete, what to do, go to the gym, show up at the same time every day, do all your tricks every day. He like had a cool car and like 6 sponsors, and like he was his own manager, and he was very businessly and talked about money, and like just kind of got me in the world of like skateboarding being a job and you're an athlete and this and that. Jimmy is more like the silent killer. He's more like a monk who just goes home and waits for the next session, and that kind of focus I really respect. And Jimmy was always rock solid at the ramp every day. I'd show up, Jimmy was there 100% of the time. Like, that doesn't change. And it was like that for 10 years. And that was really nice as well. So, just like two sides of the same coin. And I kind of feel like I tried to place myself in the middle, being like, make sure I have consistency, make sure I think about what I do, make sure I stay in shape, you know. And yeah, it is what it is. Like, I had a pretty good run at it. I'm so curious of what Egoitz does next. I think he's just like, it seems like he wants it. It seems like he wants to win skateboarding more than everyone else. Big trick bag.
I love a good backside tail slide. Throwing into a run with a 7.
Do I like the Team USA coaching? Would you want to? Oh, do I want to coach Team USA? To be honest, I don't want to coach anyone, like any specific team per se. That doesn't seem like it's my like main. I wouldn't say that's my main goal. Obviously, if it works out like that, where the USA wants to bring me on in like a legitimate way as the USA coach, I would not turn down that opportunity if it was like the right deal. Peace out, Taquito. It's actually quite hard to guess really what's going on in the scoring in this contest. There's no graphics, there's no timer, there's no like, there's nothing that like is making the tricks relevant to the contest on screen. So it seems actually like kind of a little bit difficult to keep up with, especially like just doing something simple like reading chat. I kind of end up getting lost. There's no screen, there's nobody that says it's like, this is who's in the ramp. Like, I don't know this guy's name. I know it's Euro's brother, and I love Euro. That's as far as I've got. I was at summer camp in Canada doing a skate camp when Jake Brown fell. That's funny. I remember that. Team Canada. I have coached Faye, I think her name is. Vert skater, park skater from over there. Super rad skater from Canada. Yeah, coaching specific Olympic teams is like a complicated thing, because I mean that's consistent work, you know. That's the real deal. So like creating content and being able to be a good coach and running the rest of the company, it's a real thing to consider. Derek, I would say like the first answer is to check out our online community. We have, I would say, most of our active members are literally your exact story. An adult, kids, long break, only a couple of times to skate per week and want to get the most out of their sessions. The programs we have in there are just perfect for like structured sessions. Here's what you should practice. If your goal is better ollies, this is what you should practice for 6 weeks. If your goal is better balance, here's what you should practice. So that's my big recommendation. Thank you, Brett. Appreciate you. I am actually terrible at nollie flips. Augusto, flip lean. Oh, big five. Big nollie floater front 180. This is really where Augusto is like the absolute killer on a skateboard, is when he does those no grabs, pop, and float. All right, Beaver. Watch Beaver, both eyes wide open. Okay, you never know what to expect. Yep, tomahawk. There we go. Not seeing that anywhere else. Tomahawk to a judo, to a kickflip indie, to a 5. Just staying on the right side of the ramp. Heel flip indie, land flat. Who cares? Kick turn. Kick turn in a contest run. 2 kick turns. Who cares? Not Beaver. Frontside grind. Flipped indie 5. Flipped stink bug indie 5 to another frigid air. So we got another 1 foot. What's this going to be? Moving back foot up. Half cab. Fakey backside. Alley-oop cab 50-50. Boom, kickflip indie fakie. There's just nothing like it. There's just nothing like it, guys. Like, I get it if you're not the biggest fan of Beaver. I get it. I'm a skater. I'm a skater too. You see like Nitro Circus and Tomahawks and this and that, and it's just not your thing. I get it. But you cannot say he is not awesome. Just in every way. If it's not your thing, if it's not your thing, I no hate. But you cannot with a straight face say that Beaver is not the real deal. And that's true. That's just another Tuesday for Beaver. He would skate like that. You hit him up, you're like, "Hey, you want to skate vert today?" And it's like a little windy and awkward and the ramp's bumpy or whatever. Beaver's skating just like he just did.
But in the top 2, maybe top 3, to have a good shot at advancing to tomorrow's final.
Yeah, so the announcers are saying that top 2 or 3 are likely to qualify. I don't know who's in the second heat, but since 8 are making it, I see 3 being safe. Rarely it's 4. Rarely it's half and half. So you definitely want to be Izuru Nagahara. That's his name. That's Yuro's brother. So right now they're saying Luke is on the bubble. Izuru with the bales. I also see it possible with him being on the bubble. This run is actually very important for Izuru. I think if he makes this run, he's safe. If not, the judges are going to have an ability to say, maybe we don't let him in. Let's see just one more trick. It's not that complicated. Like a varial 5. Yeah, judo back 3, sick. Fakie to fakie 5. Super smooth. I think that was really important to say, like, look, I know I'm in 3rd place. I know the next heat's really good. But let me in finals. He almost went off the ramp. Oh, that was kickflip body varial. Indy 5. Stalefish 5. Big squat. Kept his speed, though. Not as bad.
Wow, the late decision to body jar that backside
I don't think that was a late decision. I just think it was no, I don't think it was executed quite to the level that he wanted. He did what? What was that? 50-50 ollie to flat onto your butt? Hudson's in second?
To be just right.
Huddy's in second, bro?
Too much speed or too little speed, which is so hard to control when you're nervous.
Park comp, park skater from Oceanside. Very, very good style. This is right here is really important part of the run. It's important to keep your height consistent. So we want to get back up right now. See, if you drop low like this, it can mess up your pacing and make it actually harder to finish your run because you got to start pumping harder into everything. And it just gets a little bit awkward. Now we slowed down on purpose, so it's not as big of an issue. And then board slide fakie. Yeah, just got to breathe. The altitude probably takes your legs out from under you. But that could be it for semifinals. Egoitz, Izuru, and Huddy are actually in. Kickflip board slide over the channel. That's a really nice start to the run. He's just gotta stay on. I think he should start repeating tricks. This is where it's difficult in overall impression when they tell you not to repeat tricks. I actually disagree. Yeah, you don't have to keep doing a bunch of new tricks. Just do some 5s, do some kickflip indies. If you have a 7, use it. If you have a front blunt, do it. Like, this is where you... this is where you got to use, like when Eddie Domastoy won Vert Alert, that was what he did. He started it with, like, a fresh trick and then just hammered and hammered and hammered his tricks over and over. And we have Beaver. Let's just sit back and watch Beaver. Double frigid to judo to tomahawk. Frontside grind. Let's see a flipped Indy 5. Oh, McTwist. Screw it. Back-to-back 5s. Frontside heel flip. There we go. Nice and strong. Flipped Indy 5. Let's see something crazy. Rodeo. I wonder where he's scored. I wonder. Okay, so for Paul Luke, he's just a friend of mine, right? I respect Paul. I just want to see him pop out on the deck. Narjar. Sick. I wonder, I think Paul has struggled with nerves in the past. Maybe, like, struggled breathing. Maybe in his own head about tricks. Yeah. It's just like something simple like a tail grab backside air is just, it gets him. It doesn't get him in practice, but it gets him in the contest. Yeah, I'll stream finals tomorrow for sure. Beaver and his kiddo. Let's go. Dark's here. My internet went out just because it's 1,000,000 degrees here. Hey, Carl. No problem. Super down. So now here's the warm up for the next one. I'm gonna grab a little bit of water. You guys can enjoy.
Here's some look back at heat number 1. There was too much.
Yeah, the ollie 5 and then exiting flawlessly, sitting in that first place position right now. Izuru sitting in 3rd.
Alright, Hudson going alley-oop, backside 5. Look, cleared the 8-foot gap by 4 feet almost like it's the same trick, just done with a different technique. That's what I'm playing.
Sure.
All right, alley-oop, heel flip indie, clearing the.
Yeah, he started his run with the 900 twice. His first Vert Alert, what a showing. And we've got the Beaver Tomahawk over the channel. And the heel flip frontside air that went horribly wrong, but he made it work. There it is, cleaned up. Cleaned it up. Kickflip, body barrel 5. Hudson Walker putting on a demo. 10 years old.
Oh, look, there it is, the Narjar. He didn't get that thing all the way around either. Good to see him alive. You are watching
I am not here at Vert Alert this year. No. I'm at home in SoCal, baby, watching from my chair, from my non-racing gaming chair, unfortunately. Valid? It's pretty good. It's not as crunchy as I would like. Wait, that's me. Let's go, baby. Wait, look at this varial flip McTwist. I landed so low, I thought I was gonna die. Let's see. Look at this. Oh, yeah, there's your boy. There's a Mitchie Brusco sighting in live. That's not the Skate IQ guy. That's Mitchie right there. Pretty nice, solid foot position. Oh, I grab it too close to the trucks. Too close to the back trucks. Land a bit low. Look how stretched out. Ah! Look at that. This was a little bit of like, ooh. This was really, like, I knew I was safe. But, like, you know, you got to let the judges in on it that you were a bit scared. I don't know if Moto's here. Why am I not skating? Because, honestly, straight up, like, I competed for the last 15 years straight professionally and probably 10 years before that as an amateur. So, not 10 years. Yeah. 8 years before that. So, you know, I'm like 23. I'm like 23 years into just like straight up competing all the time. And now that Skate IQ's running the way it is, I was like, yeah, I'm going to take the summer off. I would love to do old school tricks like laybacks, but I actually don't know how to do them that well. So teaching them would be a bit foreign. Love you too, Ricky P. It's actually been really nice to take the summer off and watching this online. Holy 720 to fakie 7. I don't really miss, like, do you know what I miss about competing? Is being in such good shape that, like, yeah, that's it. That's what I miss. Is being in incredible shape. Grinding out runs. like, I don't really consider myself like a super, like, it's not like my identity to be like a super hard worker at skateboarding. So it's a little bit confusing to me when I realize that I work that hard at it. But like getting ready for a contest, I would do full runs for an hour and a half, 5 days a week, for, 3 months and grind my tricks out. And if a trick wasn't working, I'd just grind the trick out and I'd add it into a 3-piece line. And then once that works, I'd put it back in the whole run. And then if the whole run didn't work, I'd grind a trick out. And, I'd do that for an hour. I just would set the clock. I'd do that for an hour and a half, 5 days a week for 3 months. And then by the time the comp comes around, I can get to the end of my run pretty consistently. As you get better, the more you get to your end of your run, the longer you're skating per day. Even though it's an hour and a half session, you're doing 10 walls at a time instead of 3. So then you're hitting, you're skating 3 times as much by the end of the 3 months than at the beginning because your tricks are all dialed. Sweat through t-shirts, sweat through pants, go through two or 3 pairs of shoes and, 1 pair of shoes a month and just grind it out. And then after the comp, you're like, dang, I'm in like pretty good shape actually. It's like it just happens to you. Working that hard and being in that good a shape is more difficult without a goal, without like a really good goal. Like I had a dream last night that I accidentally agreed to a boxing match with a professional golfer, and I was only a couple weeks out from the boxing match, and I realized I was out of shape, and that bummed me out. So I woke up this morning like, hey, maybe if I like pretend I have a boxing match in 6 months, like I could easily get in really good shape. That's seriously like, that's my mentality with the competing. I miss how I felt. Like me personally, not so much like trying to win. Actually, I'm bummed I never won a Vert gold medal. That does make me a little sad. I think I could have got one. 2018, 2019, I forget. I fell on my last trick and got a silver. And yeah. That was probably the only one that like kind of hurts a little. Yeah, no, I don't actually want to do a boxing match. Love to watch you box a golfer. Who do you think would be a good matchup for me in golf? Boxing, though, not anything else. You guys know golfers like that? I think like Zalatoris pre-back surgery would be a good one. I think like JT 10 years ago would be a good one. Yeah, I got a bunch of time to skate as much as I'd like. That's why I'm very thankful to be so young. Like I'm only 28 and I actually have like the time to take a small break from competing, and like I have the accolades and the experience to probably pick it back up. And like that's just so lucky to be in this position so young. Like most people really don't ever get the chance to like take a breath. And so I'm very thankful. Rory McIlroy. He's like 5'10", one. Yeah, actually, I think he's pound for pound stronger than me, though. How are you guys at chess? It might be fun to lose at a chess game on stream. Should we play a blitz? Should we play a blitz chess game? If there's any skateboarding, I know I'd win. It doesn't matter. If there's any other sport besides skateboarding and skateboarding in the competition, like if it's 9 holes of golf, boxing, a chess match, and then skateboarding, like I just know I'd win because people who can do all those other things can't skate. Skating is so hard. Try to castle. Chess is sick. Chess.com. Let's do we got to do a 3-minute because this is gonna start soon. Wait, I don't wanna log in on stream. I don't know how to open it. I don't know how to open it on stream without logging in. Let's see. Let me hide the screen. There we go. Oh, they're back. They're back. Oh, I did the wrong one. Okay. Here's a 5-minute blitz. Oh, I'm black. I'm gonna have to quit if they don't. I don't know what to do. There's Emma. We can go here. And then he takes, that's not good. I'm gonna go here. That seems fine. Get pawns up. Knight can't do anything. I'm gonna go pawn and then take this guy. Probably, hopefully not in a rush though. That's interesting. I kind of have space in the center. That's not bad. Oh, Tom's on here. Look at Tom go. I blocked that guy. This sucks. Kind of messed up. Let's go here. I can run from this very easily. Oh, Tom got hurt? I can't believe Tom got hurt. These are the two goats. These are the two absolute goats. Boom. Took it.
Yeah. Is it always something in the way? Last time was like around the Olympics, so that kind of I had to do that. Of course. But yeah, the first 2 years I really wasn't skating that much vert, so I kind of didn't really.
I can't believe Tom hurt his back before this. He's just so good.
Next year, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Tom is just such a good skater. Sweet Arthur. Yeah. Is this the first run?
Yeah, it's weird seeing it.
No, not yet.
In the warehouse. Right. It's, it looks
Once it starts, we'll turn off chess.
These guys are putting in hours for sure. Yeah.
Maybe. Should we just dopamine hit this entire stream and play blitz chess next to the comp while commentating? This guy's confused.
This is like the gold standard for
that's kind of free. I'm gonna just do that. He's gonna take it with his knight, but whatever. And I go.
Even 5 million on it, and it's still worth it.
Mm,
You got it.
I can go here.
So, anybody you're looking forward to seeing today?
He's gonna take that
Everyone's gonna
or guide that, but I can go here. Attack his queen.
It's kind of like
But let's listen to Tom.
kind of changes. It's not best run, so I think people like JD with like a really anyone that's got a good deep bag of tricks is gonna benefit from like having.
I lost
overall,
my knight.
Not just best run counts,
Right.
Because they can just keep doing tricks and keep changing up their.
No, I
runs and
didn't.
Stuff. And then I don't know. I guess Reef's like he's the local. Like he's put in more hours on this ramp than anybody probably has.
Who has Reef?
Reef, yeah.
Okay.
Reef Orlando's.
Yep.
He might have more.
Reef
hours
is
than
very
Timmy,
good.
honestly. But dude, he's there every single day. He rips this thing.
Wow.
He's definitely gonna kill it.
Sick. Okay,
lot of people.
we're going to take a quick look at highlights from the top 8 in the women's semifinal that we just saw. I'm gonna tell you who the top 8 are. Shuka Kawai
We just
squeezing
saw
in.
her. And now we saw
We're kind of
Heike.
doing fine here.
Yep, Heike
Nina
in
Ye.
7th.
We're kind of doing fine here.
Juno, Matsuoka in 6th. Nina Ya in 5th. Asai Kaihara in 4th.
Asahi
Mia Kretzer in
Kaihara.
3rd. Mizuho Hasegawa in 2nd. And no surprises whatsoever, Orisa True taking that top spot with an 89.94.
Yeah,
Now it's
the
just,
girls made finals
fun
just
time.
like we
Ramp.
expected.
Game of tag, maybe hide and seek later.
You know, before they were actually all babysitting Ollie, Beaver's 2-year-old, while Beaver was taking his runs. So it's a community affair out here. He's got his
Now we're
pet
just running around.
babysitters. Tom, how do you like this format?
All-time
of overall
favorite
impression versus
skate
best run
videos.
I like it.
Wait, let's see what Tom has to say about overall impression.
I mean, best run's cool because it's you can try and just do your best 12 walls, but at the same time, overall impression, you can kind of I don't know, you can get creative and start doing different stuff. If you land a few things, you can take more risk and try some other stuff because falling's not gonna hurt your score that much. But if you still get in enough, good stuff, you'll get a good score. So I think it's got both sides of it.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm a little bit the overall impression stuff, I find it just confusing. I just think it's super confusing as a rider. I don't really know what to do all the time. When it's like just a very straightforward, simple one best run counts, you're like, you know what to do. I feel like if they nailed the judging, like how the judging works in overall impression, then we'd be in good shape.
The Virginia Beach Jet in front of his hometown crowd
Oh, wait,
just a few weeks ago,
did it start?
skating so well.
It looks like it started. Yeah, I think it did start. Did I miss the queen? I could have taken the queen and didn't.
What else is doing?
All right, here's Colin Graham.
That's got to be so. I can't even imagine, but it's got to be so scary to set up.
Wait, actually, Shiny. That actually makes Flying Turtle. One sec, guys. One sec. No, I couldn't block with the bishop because if he could drop down and take the pawn straight away, and then he could have taken the rook in the corner. But Shiny, actually, overall impression being a way to judge skaters against themselves actually makes the most sense to me compared to any other theory. Like if they were to just say that at the start of the contest, like, okay, like, we're just going to judge you against yourself for this whole event. And then how you do relative to your own self I'm like having trouble with the words because that makes so much more sense than everything I've been told. You're right. You're right. That's like what happens.
They all just lead into each other.
JD is absolutely a madman. JD's ability to flip his board consistently from wall to wall to wall to wall is actually unmatched. I don't even mean that like to be dramatic. It's literally unmatched. He can just flip it. Oh, he can just flip it every single time. Did I hang my queen? You guys are still on me really hanging my queen? I'm going to have to go back and watch. I'm going to have to go back and watch that and see what happened. It also takes some subjectiveness out and lessens the judge's responsibility. That is such an interesting outside perspective. So I haven't been able to watch contests for the last 10 or 15 years because I've been in them. So like the vert comps, I'm always wrapped up in it and I don't really get to like get that outside perspective. And I think if someone would have told me that, that would have helped a lot.
Yeah, but he can't do this yet.
Nah, he's kind of got no weaknesses. Maybe inverts.
Oh my. Kickflip, back lip, revert. In straight up jeans. I don't even think I've seen someone skate a vert contest in jeans before. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. He reverted in the flat bottom mid run. How did I miss that?
He's the back-to-back-to-back 900 kid from last year.
Yeah, Emma's got easy nines, and he's also learned 7 to fakies, and his pump is getting stronger. He's kind of scary good, actually. Like, this is a 900. And then this is a Indy 7 to fakie. And then fakie 7 to forward. He is so confident with his 900s that he landed and his wheels slid a little bit. And he still did a 7 to fakie out of it. Do you know the mental strength you have to land a 9 a little bit sloppier than you intended and to not even let it distract you for a second? Oh, I was just going to say Soya Inomata is great. Emma is, I mean, he's in first right now. He has to be. Okay, we got Reef. Reef's a homie. Actually, like, a legitimate homie. Very smooth, very good. See, this is Reef having more time on this ramp than anyone else. That's what Tom said. But the altitude probably messing with him a little bit. You got to just connect your speed and your adrenaline. When you're used to doing a trick with a certain pump, like a 1 foot ollie, it can be really hard to change altitudes, actually. 0th world problem for sure, but it's just how it is. Guy is so good. It's crazy. He's going to get on the podium or win and immediately put his sunglasses on. Indy 7. He's kind of like taking a chiller run for Guy. Which is smart early on because then you can like have the judges judge you against yourself. Zion, I've skated a lot with Reese. Yeah. Her progression is insane. I don't know why she stopped doing competitions. Maybe just the stress of it all. Like, maybe it just wasn't for her. But 7s, 3s, kick flips, all that stuff is insane. Yeah, Vert's gaining a bit of popularity because the park skaters are getting so strong with the Olympics, and then they're just bouncing over to all the Vert contests just for fun because they can. I disagree. I think they should keep their helmets on, definitely. I'm not there because I'm just resting this summer, doing skate IQ stuff instead of the comps. Oh, alley-oop. I don't even know what that's called. Alley-oop, frontside feeble. Yeah, half cab, half cab. alley-oop, half cab, frontside feeble to fakie.
Day so far.
That was a little bit of a surprise.
Ronnie is actually super veteran. Ronnie Gomez, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he's super duper veteran. I mean, he's been competing 20 years straight, just grinding it out. JD smiles in the flat bottom and flips his board more than everyone else and will just easily stomp his way to like second or first place. He did heel flip indie, finger flip indie, into kick flip over the channel, to cab heel, to just a lean to tail, to tray flip, stalefish, frontside, kick flip indie. Like, it's dumb. It's stupid how good he is at flipping his board. And now that he learned some, like, he didn't learn switch backside fives, but he did fakey frontside fives, which is essentially switch backside. It's just the naming of tricks is a little inconsistent.
So, Nishikawa.
Ow, Mishikawa. That was a double.
He got seventh here last year. That was his only appearance. He showed up, got seventh. He's back.
Ayo, I called him, not understanding that.
Heel
Just,
flip
oh.
body barrel.
Wait, he did heel flip body barrel 5 to alley-oop 5. Wow. Heel flip 5 to body varial? Is this is just insane. How much do you miss this? Not at all. Not at all. I really like what I'm doing right now. I'm watching Reef do frontside ollie one-footers and alley-oop lip slides with a full crowd. I'm talking to 200 of you, eating chocolate and drinking coffee, and I can go down to the skate park by my house, and I'm all good. Who you talking about getting twice as much airtime? Probably Emma. I'm still on the Andy Anderson board. I actually really like it. Gee Curry, Stalefish 5, Kickflip Indie. The reason that vert skaters don't compete in street competitions anymore is because it just takes such a specific skill set, where vert and street are just very, very, very different. Jagger's the only one who's done it successfully to go from street and park and back and forth. But I think even keeping your vert legs and street legs would be really hard to do simultaneously. Yeah, alley-oop kickflip indie 5. It's hard to keep up with how incredible these tricks are. Like, everyone's doing new tricks, which is super cool. I mean, growing up skating vert, like, you didn't see a lot of different flip trick 5s. You just saw, like, one. You saw, like, a kickflip McTwist or, like, heel flip body barrel, and that's it. Now we see, like, kickflip indie stalefish and double flip indie and alley-oop flip. We saw heel flip body barrel and then heel flip body barrel alley-oop back to back. Back to back flip trick 5s were like not a thing. Ow. That hurt. That hurt. The hipper. Andy board is really awesome, but the bigger one, I just think I I got confused on messages. One sec. The Andy Anderson board is super awesome. I hope they make a bigger version as well. And I wonder if it works on vert. I would not skate the current one on vert. I would not even skate the same shape on vert. I'm currently writing a video right now about why I like Andy Anderson's board, but maybe like the pros and cons. And honestly, for vert, I don't see a huge benefit for the way that I have learned how to skate vert. I actually think for someone like JD, it might be the perfect board. But for like myself, my foot position and the way that I flip the board, it might be better for me just to braid a popsicle. Clam. If you guys are here, if you're enjoying all of our content, make sure you check out our online community. It is linked right here. We got free trial rolling. If you want to check out our programs, get to know everyone in the community. We have like 700 really sweet members in there. Alley-oop heel flip indie. Oh, Stoon Studios. We played a game of skate and I could not land anything. I was trying so hard to do like a heel flip. I couldn't do it. I don't know what was happening. Yeah, I could do more vlog skate park videos. Probably that feels more like a personal channel thing. Just because, I don't know. It's hard to just post random. Oh, did he just almost do a fakie to fakie 900?
He doesn't need it. He doesn't need the speed to spin around. That's insane.
Just the commitment on that.
I've always wanted to see that trick.
Bob Burnquist has done fakie to fakie 9 on a mega ramp.
Yeah.
But not stale though. But whatever. He's done a fakie to fakie 9, but only on mega.
It's just the two of them are the only ones that have done it.
Incredible. So in a way, this ramp is mega ramp size to.
If you're going by proportions, yeah, probably.
All right, Ama, uncharacteristic early fall.
I'm glad I get to talk with you before you're super famous. What would make it super famous?
It's so quick.
A million people in the live?
Wanting to try to rip to just not wanting to.
Here's Reef cruising around. You know, skateboarding's in a weird spot. Frontside ollies and 1-foots and kickflips and 540s and 7s used to be like plenty. But multiple kickflip 5s, 900s, fakie to fakie 9s, frontside switch, flip tricks on every wall. It seems like it's really a really big deal. Like vert skating's changing. That's cool. That was really cool. Big stiffy, just huge indie.
He's taking some creative risks now. He knows he's at first.
Yeah, Guy, see, this is where the overall impression is just like a little funny because you're forced to keep taking runs, and I don't think it should be like that. And they could punish Guy for just having such good runs and not wanting to do it again. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to do another 900 in qualifiers. Like, this is the real deal. Like, this is my life. Like, I only have, like, you know, if I fall once on my shoulder, like, I'm screwed. And you want me to do more than one 900 in a qualifying round just to make finals? Like, you take a step back and think about that for a second. Yeah, athleticism is a massive part of skateboarding. I mean, it's no longer the misfits who just like want to be rebellious who are the best at it. It's actual like it's either like tennis, golf, or skateboarding. It seems like. See, and guys like Colin and Reef are in a really tough spot, and Paul Luke and Ronnie, because like all these tricks that were fine for the last decade just are no longer enough.
But he's also the only one that's really sliding across it, so you can kind of do whatever you want.
Ronnie with the alley-oop heel flip. He's going to do a switch heel flip no grab, and everyone's going to go crazy, and it's the best thing ever. But what do you do against a fakie to fakie 900? It's a qualifying round. Oh, varial flip Indy 3. It's incredible. It's incredibly hard. He has that very, very nicely in contests. Yeah, you get one small fracture and you're out for 3 months. Let's see the switch heel flip. And then frontside ollie cab. Nice. Yeah, it's just a really tough spot. Skateboarding's in a really tough spot. Tom is in the booth commentating. See, JD is one of the only guys right now that has like a more standard classic trick bag that is ripping in these contests because he does so many tricks every wall. The frontside 3, to stalefish 7, straight into a flip trick, straight into a kickflip 5. And I'm surprised that he didn't flip his board out of the kickflip 5. Another kickflip body jar. I mean, it's like he's the only one that's able to keep up with like a more of a classic trick bag, not doing like 900s specifically. Oh, he's trying that. I want to see him do that.
He's in fourth, so we're gonna see more of him. We'll see more.
Oh, it's over.
And even if he doesn't do it tomorrow in finals, he'll do it in best trick.
He's got another 15 years to do that.
Right, Emma's got a lot of work to do, though.
Emma. I think it's Emma.
Yeah, he's down in 11th place right now, so it all comes down to this. He's got to put
Emma's down in 11th. A good air to fakie is honestly so sick. Like, when I was growing up, like, everyone was always glazing the super simple tricks. And honestly, I was the kid that was trying, like, 9s and stuff. So, like, I get it. But now that I'm in my old age, I really appreciate the simple stuff. Oh, he got a little speed wobble on that air. Alley-oop stalefish 5. Super sketchy, super sketchy. Varial flip Indy 540. Champion air, we call that. See you, Guzine. Appreciate you. Yeah, I wonder what he's going to do to try to... Oh! I don't even know what that's called. Body varial... Body jar? Body varial jar? Vert skating already went through the spin wars in relation to contest scoring. I don't know what that means. I think actually we're dealing with it. I think we're dealing with it right now. I think we're in the spin wars, the great spin war of vert skating. No 1260s though, which is interesting. Let me point out that's it's highly interesting. Where are all the 1260s? I can't believe it's been 6 years and nobody's done a 12 yet.
All right, here we go. Guy Curry, final run of the men's semifinals here at Tony Hawk Vert Alert. Guy is up in first. This is kind of a...
Guy's still in first. Do you think I'll get back to comp skating? I don't know. Watching this, it seems like I'm really enjoying this role, but Who knows? A lot can change. This is my first year off, so like it's easy to enjoy like your first day off of work, you know? But I don't know. Long term, it's going to be interesting. Competition ramp is 14 feet high.
I think he saw the sign. He was ready.
No, Gore. That is not how it works. That has never happened. Actually, I saw a kid named Jono Schwan one time accidentally spin a 1080 on Mini Mega when he was trying a 720. He got lost, he missed the grab of his board, and he just went and spun around. Hey, thanks for the 10 CAD. I appreciate you, Desert Fox, and that's a great name.
Kind of glad I'm not skating in this one. I think it's just consistency. I mean, they can do all those tricks. Those are like the hardest vert tricks to do right now, but they can do them almost every try. And just being able to put...
Gabber, this is Heat 2. It's over.
Yeah, no, that's next level.
All right, taking a look at a couple of highlights from heat number 2. Colin Graham going El Gariel over the gap.
21 rolling.
Of course, Ronnie. Yeah.
What were some of your favorite things to see, Tom?
Honestly, I think Beaver was...
Tom with the Beaver shout out. Let's go.
Last heat, but I had to bring it up. But he's sick. I think Al getting all tech, kickflip, backflip, reaver.
Yep.
You don't see that.
Great takes from Tom. Great takes from Tom. Beaver and Al being the standout are great takes.
Like you're not even calling it out. It's that rare, though, so yes.
And then, yeah, JD and Guy kind of did, honestly, what I thought they were going to do is shut it down and kind of a barrage of consistent, pretty insane tricks.
Dude, barrage, shout out.
Right now,
The Uzumaki barrage.
Nagahara hanging on. 7th place, Colin Graham. 6th place, Ao Nishikawa. 5th place, Hudson Walker surviving from heat number 1. 4th, Ronnie Gomez. 3rd, Egoitz makes it through from heat 1. And then the top 2, JD Sanchez in 2nd. And number 1 qualifier coming out of the men's semis, Guy Curry with an 87.23. And he really did so much, including a tuck in the eggplant. Tiny one.
Mick, I also agree that being an underrated moment. I've gotten a lot of heat for it because people don't understand what it's like to be completely in shock and overwhelmed. But that's also one of my favorite moments, too. I have no idea the secret Rodney Mullen told Antoine Dixon to get better at skateboarding. I can imagine it being a couple of things, but I've never heard of that before. I mean, maybe I have seen a comment like that before somewhere, but I don't know what the secret would be. Lines and strategies.
Remember me?
Yeah, well,
Wait a minute.
that's who I would say.
He's like, I don't see him jumping out of a helicopter. Hello. I didn't see him shoot into the Grand Canyon.
I'm not ready for that one yet.
Coming up, Legends demo and a special guest. It's gonna be
the
Stick
9
around.
Club. 9 Club shout out, low key. I bet I could figure it out if I see what Antoine says. I've gotten a fair bit of secrets from Rodney. How do you learn vert tricks? Well, you learn how to bail them. And then you're fine. Once you're not afraid of the bail, then you're in good shape. Tony's ramp is the king of shoutouts. I mean, sorry, you guys. I'm trying to read and talk. It's really hard. Tony Hawk's ramp is the king of all ramps. Actually, it is the greatest ramp, besides the X Games G ramp when it's new, when it has new surface and the right team sets it up. It's actually very specific circumstances, but then that is the best ramp. Yeah, when he goes special guest. That's how they start every 9 Club episode.
Liquid Death soda-flavored sparkling waters have 1/10 the sugar of top sodas. So we hired 1/10 of Tony Hawk to tell you about it.
Hi, I'm 1/10 of Tony Hawk, and I just love these products.
Get that bag,
1/10
bro.
of sugar is crazy. But you know what else is crazy? Other sodas have 10 times the sugar. Pretty sweet, kid.
Ricky, I mean, I've thought about having my own skateboard and stuff like this, but it would just have to be the right situation with the right company, and I don't know. Really? You think Andy's deck is long? See, that's the thing I like about it. I like that the flight deck is that is literally what I like about it. That there is a concave in the middle that gives kind of a second nose, and then it also stretches out super long so it's not unstable when your feet are close together. That's like literally what I like about it. Right now, it seems like Birdhouse is just like picking up park podiums. They are not. I mean, I've spoken with Birdhouse before, 2 years ago, a year ago, 3 years ago, and nothing really ever came from it, which I understand if it's not the right fit.
A team of elite Skull Candy operatives are on a mission.
We're all counting on you.
To bring premium sound to the people. Skull Team 6 cracks the rocket and grabs the chip, and the chase is on. But was it all a misunderstanding?
I think
Sound now belongs to the people.
I think vert ramps should be. Look, there is a definite right answer to this. Should vert ramps be the same standardized, or should they be different? I think each ramp should be the ramp for that tour, but I'm okay with different ramps. I don't think there should be one tour with a bunch of different vert ramps. That's what park skating is so great for. Is every park is different. But I think a vert tour should be like, who's the best at vert skating on this ramp? That's just my personal opinion, so you can take your tricks from one comp to the next without having to like worry too much about it. If you could only choose one, manuals or vert skating, what would it be? It would be, I would be really sad not to pump a vert ramp again. I would be genuinely sad not to pump a vert ramp again. So, but I think manuals are just more realistic. I could go down to the skate park to the local and do manuals till I'm 65. No problem. I don't even need a vert ramp. I don't need Tony Hawk to have a warehouse with a vert ramp in it. So if I'm only choosing one, I have to think about access, and maybe I want to take a trip. Maybe I'm visiting my dad in Washington. It's like, boom, manual. You don't have a vert ramp. Andy's deck is expensive at 120. Yeah, waiting for the next sale wouldn't be too bad. But it's sold out right now at full price, so. And I think it's
Okay. Hello.
really a
What's
great
up,
board, to be honest.
Utah? Hey, thank you all so much for coming and supporting vert skating. It's alive and kicking here. This is our 5th annual Vert Alert.
He didn't say Tony
I'm so
Hawk's Vert
excited.
Alert. Can't believe it. Maybe he doesn't like saying his name in the third person.
From the passion for vert skating 5 years ago, I would say that vert skating was in a very different place.
It's true.
And now it's amazing. As you can see from the skill set we have here from the riders and from all the legends on the deck.
Vert skating was in a
First of
different
all,
place 5 years
none
ago.
of this would be possible without the help of Jeff Robbins and the Utah Sports Commission. He's the reason.
Honestly, Utah Sports Commission is like absolutely insanely cool. Like, they do a great job for sports. I believe every word when he says the Sports Commission board by name and says Utah, like, this is a free event at the John Huntsman Stadium, and Utah's actually like on board.
But this is a free event. And also want to thank Taylor Randall, president of the University of Utah, for allowing us to use his arena and to welcome us in with open arms. We're on the 5th year, so thank you guys. You made this all possible.
Yeah, Utah's cool like that.
And just to prove to you that Vert isn't dead and it's still in our blood.
That's Bob.
We have a lineup of legends here. Right here to my left on this deck.
Andy Mack.
Mr. Bucky Lassick.
Wait, okay, he's on the other side. One time I saw Andy, I was like, whoa, I almost didn't recognize you with the yellow helmet on. I'm the only one who is that Simon Tabron?
Over on this deck, on the far side, next to Roland, Lincoln Ueda.
Simon Tabron's a BMXer who I grew up riding with.
Repping punk rock since day one, Kevin Staub.
This is the Legends demo.
Another legend of this ramp, Lindsay Adams Hawkins Pastrana.
I met Lindsay when I was 6 years old when she was trying kickflip indies. I forget which contest it was, but that memory is seared into my brain. Her landing the first kickflip indie, her first kickflip indie ever. She would fall, run up the ladder, try it again, fall, run up the ladder, try it again. The crowd was going crazy.
Next to her is Mr. High Fly Sandro Diaz.
Sandro's a legend. The funny thing is, this is the generation that I competed against when I first got onto the scene. I've been almost in 3 generations because I competed when I was super young against literally this entire deck, minus Tony Hawk, and then the whole next gen came in: PLG, Sean White, Adam Taylor, Sandro, Paul Luke, Elliot Sloan, Clay Kreiner, that crew, and then the new guys coming up, which is like Augusto and Soya and Emma and like those young guys. So I kind of ended up in the middle of 3 generations.
People are still doing them. And this is the crew that
I was the young guy against that lineup. Like, think about like what Emma is right now. I mean, I was not nearly as good. It's embarrassing. You go back to when I was 12, 13 and supposedly like the hot kid on the scene. I was doing airs and kickflip indies and, you know, board varials and 540s. Now they're doing like massive tricks, but I was the one young kid with the big with all the big guys. It wasn't like a bunch of young kids. I have read that message so many times.
Any ramps at all, and I think that generation influenced people like Lindsay, and then Lindsay was a beacon for women's skateboarding. She influenced someone like Lizzie to start skating. And through the lifespan of this ramp, 20 plus years on, we've seen a lot of legends.
The fact that this ramp is 20 years old and it's so good is crazy.
Through the decade.
I'm just gonna take a second and say that without Simon Tabron, the guy on this screen right now, I don't think I would be half the skater that I am. I mean, when I was 14 and I was pretty lost and I didn't know like what it meant to be like a pro, I had some skaters to look up to, but Simon would talk to me. He wouldn't just lead by example. He would talk to me and like tell me what to do, and tell me more importantly what not to do. You know, when you're 15, coming onto the scene, like it's pretty confusing what you're supposed to. It's what you're supposed to do, like how you handle like being a professional. And he had been a pro for so long that he was just like, here's how you live your life, and like you can come talk to me whenever you want, and here's how you spin and all this stuff. Yeah, Simon was like even though he rode BMX and was like 15 years older than me, he was like seriously so helpful.
Andy seems to be okay.
Here's the legends.
Joining us once again. This is the 2025 Tony Hawk's Vert Alert from Salt Lake City in Utah, the state of sport. And the legends are on the ramp. And here's the difference.
Lincoln always had the best version of everything, especially way back. Like when if there was any trick that Lincoln did, he did the best version of it. He didn't have like the most massive trick bag, but he had like, if it was just a body jar, Lincoln had the best. Wait, Bucky has a flight deck board? Thanks for the tenor. Yeah, I'll talk to Bucky about it for sure. I didn't know that.
Since he was like 13 years old.
Christian Hosoi doing a Tony Hawk Legends demo. I bet that's bittersweet for him.
But so rad to watch him ride Vert. I mean, BMX Vert. It's a loss.
This is my guy right here.
Few BMXers riding Vert right now.
No pegs.
It is
That was a 1-footer body jar on a bike. He's just taking it slow and warming up. Simon had some pretty bad health issues, so I think he's just stoked to be on the ramp.
Lizzie Armanto, come on. First woman to do the loop. She had the cover of Thrasher magazine. She skated in the Olympics.
She is a hero to all. Speaking of heroes, here's
Hell
the
yeah,
man
mad
himself.
scientist. Congratulations. Oh, okay, wait. Tony Hawk.
So much travel
All right, there's a rule. There's a rule.
for reissue and
You let Tony lead the way in the Tony Hawk demos.
a demo at a contest that you're running. I mean, that is no small feat.
When
It's ripping.
Tony is healthy now, but for a minute when he had a broken femur that wasn't healing properly, it was really a tough thing because like he was really struggling to skate, but he wouldn't stop. But now to see him strong on the board again, this is really cool.
The third skater ever to land a 900.
And creator of the Narjar.
Sandra was number 3 for a 9.
Which is what we saw Andy fall on. So that just kind of accentuates how hard and gnarly.
Brian, I actually don't know why I have pop. I feel like other people think I have better pop than I do. Like, even I do kickflips, and I'll be at the skate park, and I'll do kickflips and frontside shoves, and someone will come up to me like, dang, like, I can tell you have, like, really good pop. And I just feel like I have to try really hard to do my tricks. It doesn't feel like when I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, this is so sick. It feels like, dang, like, I have to try twice as hard as everyone else and make sure I get enough space from the ground, or else, like, I'm not going to land this trick. And then it ends up looking like a positive thing.
Heavy one.
And famous for always having at least 5 or 6 mismatched bright colors on his body.
And he always skates with a smile. He loves every moment that he's out there, and you got to really appreciate that.
I wonder,
Absolutely. Like, when you
Andy
hear-
Mack
they
is
say don't
still
meet your heroes, he is
so consistent.
I love him.
I mean, this is going to be a 15-wall run. He's just going to warm up. This demo is hard because everyone's having to warm up after the finals in front of the crowd, so it's a little awkward. But Andy can warm up easily because he's so consistent. So he's just do all his tricks once, and then he can step it up from there. That's 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 wall run, nollie heel flip, varial threes, easy. Luan does just go 40. Whenever I think about like doing the best flat ground trick I can, I just pretend I'm Luan and go as fast as I can and jump super high. That's literally all I think about. And it's always the best version of that trick I've done. I did one tray flip like that with Andy. Who is that? Ow. Is that Frazier? Christian Hosoi in a unbuttoned button-up gator skin print. I have not been watching Bob lately. Is he really on a comeback? I don't know how Sandro hasn't lost any power. Ow! Ow. That hurt. That hurt. I don't care. I don't care who you are. That hurt. He's going to be limping under the ramp. All right, Bob. Come on, Bob. Get your rhythm. Get your rhythm. Stop falling on grinds. Frontside air. Nice. Indie fakie. Okay, switch frontside stalefish. Switch frontside indie. Switch board slide. Still looking for his legs. That board's wobbling a little bit. Nice. Switch big frontside grind with the, like, ow. Oh, these dudes are going down. Ow. PLG skates sometimes. I talk to him all the time. Okay, Simon, I'm just like holding my breath for Simon. I want to see him do a 5. I know he wants to do a 5. But I know, like, he hadn't ridden a lot of vert for a couple of reasons. He had, like, some health issues. But I know he's really competitive with himself, and it's hard for him to stay chill. He can do 18-foot airs. And he did back-to-back 900s. He did a one-handed, one-footed 900. He did tuck no-handers, 1 foot. He is, like, incredibly good at riding his bike. But he has to be really chill because of, you know, some circumstances. Big Tony Hawk. Nice back Smith. Back lip. Tony still has a trick bag that could carry him through a contest. And I think he's 57 years old. Backside boneless. Nice. The video game that Sony, you know, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, just, we would not be on this live right now without it. This vert ramp, this contest, skateboarding being what it is, just would not be the same without the Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And think about it. Bucky was in the game. Bob was in the game. Tony Hawk was in the game. Andy McDonald was in the game. All these guys are like household names because of Tony Hawk video game. Shiny, I think you're right, actually. The kiddos would do well with some stalls. I think about that. Like, imagine if it was your grandpa. I'm dead serious. Like, imagine. Like, my dad, I mean, like, he's a bit older. My dad is, like, almost 70. But, like, imagine looking at your, like, dad or grandpa, and he's, like, trying to make twists. And that's crazy to think about. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on PlayStation 2. I guarantee like 95% of the chat played that game. Sold like 10 million copies in the US alone. Bob just kick flipped out and then rolls in and then, yeah. Oh, last patch, I swear to God, though, I swear. Christian Asoy. I've been looking for, if I had a game that I could play right now, you know the funny thing that I miss? I miss playing Mario Baseball on the GameCube with my homie growing up. That's like the one game I miss. Yep, bored after Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, played through Underground 2. I used to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater on PS2 with my brother way back. I don't even know what year that was. Yeah, I don't think Tony's gonna stop skating by any means.
Skateboarding, everything changed. She learned so fast. She pushed us all. And she's
You talking about you talking about Kevin with the pink hair? I don't know. I don't know who is. Honestly, I'm colorblind. Yeah, I was just looking at the Switch 2 yesterday, and the AAA games are $80. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, imagine spending $500 on a Switch, and then, like, you want to play Pikmin, and that's gonna cost you $75. Kind of crazy. Super Mario Strikers was sick, actually. I used to play SSX Tricky. That one was sick. What's the rollerblading graffiti one? Let me see if we can pull that out.
It's not just for an elderly vert skating fan. Trust me, all these people here are so hyped to be seeing individuals who shape vert skating.
Jet Set Radio Future.
This soy looks like he's warmed up. He's trying to back.
Jet Set Radio. Yep. Oh man, that one was sick. SSX Tricky. We used to walk up the street. My brother and his friend were like big gamers. We used to walk up the street with Xbox in hand, with the TV and all the cords and like pillows, and like go play Halo LAN up at the homie's house. Bob is like honestly the reason I like vert skating. If I'm straight up, like, Bob is just has been so influential, and he's still so good. He just did a switch hurricane.
That was insane. That was nuts. I'm not surprised that.
You can't do that. I've never seen that. That's so hard. I miss playing Rocket League, yeah, a lot. I think about it all the time, actually.
Making it work, Sandro.
We're going to see Simon do a 5, and I just have... My stomach is churning. My stomach is upside down because I know Simon. Oh, I know him so well. I know he wants to do a 5, and I just want it to go well. Falling on a bike is so hard on you. Use the Graffiti is the best game in Tony Hawk Pro Skater, where if you do the best trick on that obstacle, it turns like red or blue, and then you try to win the skate park. If I could run one contest in my life, it would be a graffiti contest where like each obstacle gets lit up by whoever does the best trick on it, and whoever owns more of the skate park by the end, that's who wins the round. I think that would be such a great contest. I think that would be so fun. All right, here's Simon. Oh, nope. Okay. RL just might be the make history as the best sport multiplayer. Yeah, I think Rocket League is one of the best esports because it's so simple to understand, and the skill cap's so high. It's an approachable game. Like, there's so many great things about it. Yeah, Graffiti was sick. I think it would be easier than that. I think just a couple spotlights and rounds. Just do like 1v1. Graffiti street comp. You win the rail. You can win the rail. You can win the ledge. You can win the stair set. Maybe you win the whole, like, that whole area. Like, you know, if you just keep it simple, you win that whole, like, the 6 stair. That would be sick. That would be so fun. Just call it Graffiti. Everyone knows what Graffiti is. Everybody played Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I don't know of a single pro who just wouldn't know what graffiti is. What's a battle royale? Oh yeah, like last one standing. Yeah, I'd love to see that. It would be so fun. I think 1v1 would be easier. I think a bunch of people on the ramp would be hard to keep track of. There's only so many colors of spotlights, you know, logistically, like the judges would just have a board that like has the name of each obstacle and a red versus blue, and hit red and a spotlight shines and it's red. Boom. You turn the whole park red, and then all of a sudden blue starts going off, starts getting back to back to back bangers, starts taking obstacles from you. Yeah, how sick would that be? It would be so sick. I don't think it would be that hard. I think about it all the time. Oh, Simon's standing up and he's ready. Team versus team would be sick. Yeah, that would be sick. Yeah, Pebble, I'm on the Andy Anderson board. Okay. All right. Tabron's in. Nice air. Nice air. We're going to see a 540 probably. He hasn't quite found the pump. That's usually he's got you 5. Nice. Let's go, Simon. He did almost rotate. Tom was right. That was it. That was the win. That's what we wanted. Yep. Good job, Simon. Would I up for designing a skate park? I feel like if I designed a skate park, it would be so upsettingly simple that I don't know if anyone would be on board. And also, like, when people bring you on as a consultant, like, it's never just one meeting. It's never just like, hey, like, give us a design and then we'll build it. It's like, I've had a lot of people approach me to help design skate parks, and it just never does anything. So I don't know what the actual process looks like when you're the guy who's designing it, and I don't know how to build anything. So yeah, last patch. I know Simon's very happy with himself with that 5. Ooh. What's Tony pointing? Oh, okay. He's saying you go. Okay, okay. There's some stuff cooking up on the deck. I think they're going to be doing like a doubles run soon. Used to have a skate church by my house. The local church would set up the auditorium, set up some quarter pipes and kickers and stuff, and would go skate. The misguided youth skating at the church. Kevin Staub is still killing it. Exact same style. Yeah, so, okay, this is a double situation. Tony's in, so Andy's going to do an air, then Tony's going to drop in and go under Andy. Right, now, very good timing. You can look, whoever's a little bit ahead is going to go over. Now, Hawk's going over next. Right here, maybe? Yep. Oh. So, one time, we had a triples contest You guys have never seen this. I guarantee you guys didn't see it because nobody watched it because advertising was terrible. But we had a triples contest. And my teammates were Tony Hawk and Andy McDonald. The best possible teammates you could ever want in a triples contest. We won every single year they did that. It was not even close because first of all, Andy and Tony were just, they won everything in doubles. And then I was just a kid that they were like, okay, do this, do that, do this, and do that. So we would do stuff where they would both go over me on one thing, and then I'd go over one, and then under the next, and then hop out and hand my board to Andy, and it was like, it was so cool. I gotta find that video. What? Yeah. But that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Andy, Tony, and Sandro do triples? Yeah, they did do triples. They did triple stacks. We actually didn't do... I don't remember doing a triple stack. We just had more creative, like, triples things. Bob missing a switch tail slide revert. Oh, he's going through the channel. Jeez. At least he's having fun. And he's going back through the channel. I've seen Bob learn. One time. Oh, wait. I can't. It's so hard. It's so hard to watch Simon. Yeah, so they're talking about it now.
He moved out of California to regroup in Florida, and he's happy to be back on this ramp, and we are thrilled to have him. Great guy, and we want him to keep recovering and being awesome. Yeah, picking up right where they left off. Hawk and Andy. Whoa, backside ollie over a back trail. Dude! Oh,
How'd they they probably practiced this back at home.
Tony had to back flip.
Now Tony's way ahead, so it's a little bit awkward timing.
Straight up and then over.
That was Andy closing the gap a little bit. And now look, Andy's gonna, this was my job in the triples. This is what I did.
I mean, imagine hanging up on a body jar and then...
Yeah, and then hand it, and then Andy pops out and switches boards. And then Andy's gonna set his board up in like lip slide or something. And then Tony's gonna jump on and do like a lip slide fakie. Or, let's see. Oh, and then skates away, and then demo's over. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, this will be a VOD on the channel. Don't worry. And we also have finals tomorrow. So I'll be live also for that. Big Bucky. Bucky probably has the best style and the most skill on a skateboard, actually. Very, very underrated.
He's the best across the board.
We are so lucky to have an ambassador like Tony Hawk for skateboarding. I mean, this event would not have happened without him. He's bringing his ramp here. He's making it all.
How long is this Legends demo? They're really grinding. And Tony just did a doubles run, so that's like, it's probably pretty close to being over.
Tony Hawk, I believe there might have been some money on the line. A little extra sauce to make it happen.
Never hurts. Whoa, 1 foot back 5-0. Lincoln washing out over the deck.
Oh, it's an hour demo.
You purposely set up so if you bail, you're gonna.
That's crazy that it's an hour-long demo.
When Tony did that back lip in their doubles, I don't know if he didn't get into that one, he could have been falling down to the flat because he had no angle on it.
Bucky was one of my favorites too. I'm not live on Twitch because honestly, like I don't have the right app on Streamlabs to dual stream on. Twitch as well. It's a different thing that we were doing at the skate parks than at home. So,
Frontside invert for Kevin Staub.
I mean, I seriously can't believe they're doing this for an hour. It's Tony Hawk's event. He knows that 30-minute demos are absolutely perfect. As a rider, 30 minutes, even 45 minutes gets a bit long. Because how are you going to, like, keep doing new things? Yeah, Bob can keep doing new things, but that's Bob. Now he's all warmed up and just such a legend. Andy, lean rodeo, he's going to make that.
X Games, Philly run. 2002. Okay, yeah. It was like 25 walls of chaos.
Bob is Bob. Thanks for five mountain bike.
Oh, we're setting up for something else over here.
Okay, wait.
We got Wolfmate.
We got Jason Ellis and Sandro Diaz on the ramp. I am nervous. Jason is talking on the mic and going under. Okay, he popped out.
Talking under a 540.
That's
OBS is just, yeah, I just never used it before.
good podcaster. You gotta go up against the Wolfmate, who can announce
Yeah, you think so? Was it Georgia night? I think the Legends demo's sick. I think it's a little more relevant to the older crowd who played the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games.
But I've seen it. He's great. If you get a chance to go see Ellis's act, please do.
I think the new games should have like the new skaters. I think that would help a lot. Grow the current status of skateboarding.
Go check it. Ellis is the man.
Lizzie, backside trail slide, right into a frontside lip slide. Beautiful backside ollie.
The crail. Oh,
Frontside
lazy
crail.
almost. Like looked like a backside ollie and then smashed into you.
Also an Olympian, skated in 2020.
For Finland.
Now we got Simon back in here. We actually, oh my, alley-oop 5. Oh my god.
Yeah, take that stroke. He's back. He is back.
You know, it's funny. I was having this. I saw.
My heart is racing.
I was like, man, the last time I saw you, I think we were at a demo in Portugal. He's like, yeah, I remember. He's like, that was a long time ago. This was probably like 8 years ago. I was like, Simon, that was 2002. That was 22 years ago. That's how much time flies.
360 Varial McTwist. I believe the 3 people to do that
We get a little.
are Tony Hawk, Danny Mayer, and yours truly. I actually think that's true. I don't know what's happened since the last one I did, but
That's true.
not very many people have done that.
All the time happening. Where I'm like, man, that was like 5 years ago. It's like, dude, that was 2000. What are you talking about? 5 years ago. All right, Mike Frazier taking a feeble to fakie. I'm shocked at how much stickers he has on the top of his board. I don't know how he looks at that. He has
Did Tony retire from the demo after the doubles? Think so.
live back revert.
Now we got Andy carrying
That's Mike Frazier
the classic Andy Mack carry. Oh, come on.
for the candy roll. Is that the
Was that a candy roll?
lean 5? I think so.
No. Candy rolls with a varial.
So much candy.
Well, this is my favorite thing ever that Andy said. He said, you can't say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That's true. I was just at summer camp with him. Full
that,
candy diet.
that's what they were just saying about
Ropes.
candy. Andy McDonald used to say that all the time. You can't have candy without Andy. He was sponsored by Red Vines, and we just told him to like stop saying that. Andy,
People want to see it.
you gotta stop.
He's famous for that and doing it so stylishly.
Maddie, that's a good question. I think Tony's like pretty much over
Bucky Lassen.
caring about that.
Oh no, just missing that heel flip frontside air. Uncharacteristic.
Oh, Tony's back at it. Took a bit of a break after the doubles.
Alley-oop backside air. Ooh, gap into rock.
I think he retired 540s. He made a promise on Instagram That's the last 540 he'll ever do. So I think he's accepted that the kid's doing 9s is completely fine. We had a lot of 900s in this comp, even fakie to fakie 9 attempts and 7. We saw a 900 to a 7 to fakie to a fakie 7. So, I mean, like, I don't think anyone can really care anymore. It's just so past caring.
But like you said, Amelia, he's still inventing tricks. He puts out video parts all the time that are almost all unique and new tricks.
I am going to Woodward on Sunday.
Edge moves these days. 'Cause
Yeah, I'm very excited.
But it's so sick to see because it takes creativity and a ton of thought, and then you gotta put it down. And any trick these days is hard to learn. Tony's 57.
Lindsay absolutely slaying. Nice front side air, tucking the knee, doing the indie grab as well.
I'm so hyped for her that she has her own vert ramp now because she skated this the last few years, and each time she's like, man, I've skated vert 2 times the last year, or I've skated vert 3 times.
Oh, what just happened?
That was not what we expected.
That was not planned, but I'm grateful that both humans have survived. All right, lip sliding out, trying to manual back in. Bob Burnquist.
There was almost a legitimate collision on the ramp.
Oh, front nose slide fakie over the channel. Lincoln Ueda going for this 1 foot.
The most people just ride this ramp, literally, in California.
Typically known for a lot of high
Yeah, we have a lot of content planned for Woodward. That was part of the gig. Post a certain amount of videos, so we're pretty prepped. Got a little more prep work to do, but
Andy going for the
lean rodeo from Andy, sick.
He lives
Way to put it down.
Yeah, he does. He almost took that to truck. He did the back boneless with a hand on the helmet.
Russian boneless.
The Russian boneless, that's what that's called. Texas plant.
Board tap, science fair, where you at?
See, but there's still 25 minutes left in this demo. I cannot even
Regardless of taking a slam.
Yeah, big ups. Andy
imagine.
peeling himself off the flat on a first run body jog. We talk about
Woodward is going to be very, very fun.
never go away. They live with you for life.
Yeah, Bucky is still, like, out of the legends, Bucky's, like, the most modern skater.
So clean.
Like, he's got contest runs.
And the switch frontside invert.
And a switch egg getting attacked by his own board.
These guys are getting very tired, yeah. Vert skating's hard work. An hour-long, full-on session in a demo in altitude, a mile high, is...
Top 5 with Hawk.
That's rough.
And then I'm just going to leave the other 3 up to your own discretion. There's a lot. There's like 10 people that are in that top 5.
Well, if y'all haven't watched the end,
What did he just say? There's 10 people that are in the top 5?
see some prime Bucky and Tony.
Yeah, I've never been able to do rodeos.
Doubles partner Bob. They were known as the Killer Bees. And they were skating those doubles contests.
Lincoln.
Did you see
Oh, come on, Lincoln. See,
Twice with Tony.
twice with Tony? So with Tony, it's the easiest in the world.
no problem,
because
Lines.
He's going to make his tricks and he's
No
gonna
problem.
be adjusting his line and his timing. But the pressure's on you because you're like, he's going to stay on. If
Yeah.
you don't,
Backside egg is an invert backside. No, it's indie grab.
Both the scariest moments of my life. It's like, do not fail at this.
and did you succeed?
What does the future of vert trick progression?
I'm grateful. Grateful. Thank you. Cool opportunity.
Let me watch Simon's run and then think about it. I just want Simon to be safe.
Simon
540 over the channel.
he is
He's so cheeky.
love to see it.
You could see, like...
By the way, real quick, Josh Kalis and Tony
Okay, wait. We have triples.
love that. Okay. Well, we got 3 people on the ramp.
Who's gonna... Sandro being strong enough to still go over the top of 2 people is crazy. And drop in, and Andy goes lowest. Oh, it's so good. It's so cool. Wow.
So beautifully done.
The most athletic 50-year-olds on the planet.
Doing triples.
Everything in the world can go wrong, and Andy Mack threading that needle is like that. He's got a huge.
Where do I want to see vert progression going?
Pump on that setup air, it all falls apart, and
I really don't know. I'm like really in the position where like we can just watch and see what they do. I mean, I don't think like the whole like infinite spinning challenge is gonna stick around forever. Unless vert skating just stays like really young. I think probably the tricks will be decided a lot by the formats. I think I would like to see a little bit more restriction on repeat tricks in contests. I think like requirements, lip tricks, frontside, flip tricks, 540, so, you know, like, I don't know. I think if I were to like set up a contest, it would be like a different format that would require different things. Mr. Mitch Brusco, USA Skate needs you to whip the kids into shape. I don't know.
Skaters, it's Bob did it. That means he's done all the tricks. But we're still trying. Hey, thanks again.
It's true. Bob
Jeff
did do it.
Robbins, Utah Sports Commission, for hosting us 5 years in a row. He is the reason for the season as far as I'm concerned. And Taylor Randall, president of University of Utah, for their huge support of vertical.
Wait, a mega loop? Imagine a mega loop.
Men's finals, women's finals, vert best trick. We're still going. First not dead. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, that was a great event. That was a great semifinals and demo. Tomorrow we have finals and best trick. I'll be streaming it as well, so put it in your calendar.
and healthy here in Utah. We got a glimpse of that today.
No slide fakie blindside.
Bob Rinkhorst with the
Bob
first
did it.
no slide
That's
fake
the-
on channel. That was wild, Bob. He's still going.
That's the saying. Bob did it. Yeah, mountain bike. Simon was a huge mentor for me, so it's cool to see him out there. 30-foot loop.
So these guys are doing it for themselves right now.
Yeah.
It's hard-
Okay.
It's hard to drag a vert skater off.
So that was a great semifinals and Legends demo. Tomorrow in finals, I think I would like to see. I would like to make sure they get through their first runs early in the comp. Sometimes coming off of a good semifinals can be tough to hop into finals straight away. Everyone seems to skate a little worse at the start of finals and then skate better than ever before at the end. And I think a little bit of consistency early on will treat them really well. And then the best trick contest is always like hit or miss. Like there's going to be a lot of bails for sure, but we're going to see like one really, really, really sick trick. So I'm looking forward to that.
Fakie front nose grind.
Let me get the times right now.
The soy looking polished. Alley, whoa, going feeble to board. Ellis
2 o'clock. Women's finals starts.
not just as a
So I will definitely be live by 2 p.m. tomorrow, PST. So put it in your calendar. We'll post it on the schedule. We'll get that sorted. We'll get it ready. And we'll be live.
Simon holding down for BMXers around the world. 540s and the Alley 5.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. That was honestly super fun. And I think I'm really looking forward to finals tomorrow.